Dave Taylor was once one of the most dominant front rowers in the game. He played professional footy for over 10 years and represented Australia and Queensland in the Origin arena. While he was a rampaging front rower, he got himself in some trouble off the field with drugs on 2 separate occasions, and towards the end of his career, he would even be fat-shamed by the Footy Show when he wasn't even playing in the NRL. This is the story of Dave Taylor. Dave Taylor was born on the 8th of July 1988 in Rockhampton, Queensland. He grew up in the coal mining town of Blackwater and started playing junior rugby league in the under-7s Blackwater Crushers. He went to St Brendan's College in Yeppoon. In 2005, he played footy for the Australian schoolboys and also played rugby union around this time. In 2006, Taylor signed with the Brisbane Broncos and made his NRL debut for them in round 14 of the season, playing off the bench. This would be the only first grade game he played this year, and in 2007, he played his first game of the year at round 6 as the Broncos beat the Knights 20-16. He scored his first try in round 17 as the Broncos played the Gold Coast Titans. It was a close game, and the Broncos ended up winning in a nail-biting 19-18 win. He would finish the season playing 12 games, all off the bench, and scoring 3 tries. He started 2008, playing in the second row in round 2 as the Broncos beat the Roosters 20-14, and he played there as well in the third round. For the rest of the season, he played off the bench for the Broncos, scoring 1 try out of 15 games. 2009 would be Taylor's best season so far, helping the Broncos to the final series, just to lose to the Melbourne Storm 10-40. He played 21 games this year, swapping between the bench and the front row, scoring 5 tries. This would be his last season with the Broncos, as he signed a contract with the South Sydney Rabbitohs to begin in 2010. And moving to 2010, he strengthened his playing ability, and it showed as he picked to make his debut in the Origin arena for the Queensland side in all 3 games this year, as Queensland went on to win all 3 of them. And at the end of the year, he played his first game for Australia, being picked to play in the Prime Minister's 13. He played 18 games for the Bunnies this year, mainly in the second row, scoring 6 tries. To begin 2011, he played for the NRL All-Stars and had another solid year for the Bunnies. He returned to play for Queensland in the Origin arena for the second game of the series, playing off the bench, and was expected to return for Game 3. However, he was suspended for 5 weeks due to a Grade 2 dangerous tackle, causing him to miss the final game of the Origin series. He played 19 games for the Bunnies this season, scoring 3 tries, all from the second row. Taylor had another solid year in 2012, starting the year playing for the NRL All-Stars, again, then playing for Australia in the Anzac Test match, as they beat New Zealand 20-12. He returned again to the Origin arena, playing in the first 2 games, but didn't make the cut for Game 3. He played for the Bunnies in the finals, as they made it all the way to the preliminary final, only to lose to the Bulldogs 32-8, 1 game short of the grand final. He played 26 games for the Bunnies this season, scoring 8 tries from the second row. And throughout this year, it was announced that Dave had signed a 4-year contract with the Gold Coast Titans to begin at the start of 2013. It was reported he made the move to be closer to home. In 2013, with the addition of Dave Taylor to the Titans team, they had a very strong forward pack, including the likes of Greg Bird, Nate Miles, and other representative players. However, the signing of Big Dave didn't help the Titans as they expected, and at the start of the year, he said he had to lose weight to remain in first grade, saying, "A big boy like myself, to be honest, I have to lose weight to adapt to the game, or I will get pushed out." Around this time, the speed of the game was drastically increasing due to some rule changes. It's such a quick game now, and that's what the NRL clearly want. They listen to their fans, and that's what the fans are asking for. He played 20 games for the Titans this year, swapping between the bench and the second row, scoring 3 tries. In 2014, Dave had a better year and was even picked back up to play for Queensland in the Origin arena, playing in the second and third games of the series. In round 11, he would even score a first half hat-trick, playing against the New Zealand Warriors, and later in the season, played in the centre position. He played 19 games this year, scoring 7 tries. He would start the 2015 year in some trouble and under the spotlight. He was one of 5 players from the Titans being charged with either cocaine possession or supply. He was originally dropped from the Titans' first grade side, but then was called back into the team for the 3rd round of the season. He had another steady season, but ended up making an appearance in the Queensland Cup in round 20. He played 19 games for the Titans this year, scoring 6 tries, swapping between the second row, the bench, and even playing a game from 5'8". In the middle of 2015, he had signed a contract with the French Super League club, the Catalan Dragons, to begin at the start of the 2016 season. In 2016, he played for the Catalan Dragons, playing most of the games from the front row. He played 26 games for them this year, scoring 9 tries. In October of this year, Taylor would receive an offer to come back to Australia to play footy. He received an offer for a train and trial contract with the Canberra Raiders, and trained with the team in the 2017 pre-season. He was then offered a contract by coach Ricky Stewart for the 2017 season, and first played for Canberra in round 3 as they beat the West Tigers 46-6. He spent the year swapping between the Canberra first grade side and playing in the New South Wales Cup. He played 11 games in the NRL this year, off the bench. In August of this year, Dave received charges over cocaine possession, and towards the end of the year, received a $1,000 fine after he pleaded guilty to the incident. In 2018, Taylor was set to play in the Kingston Press Championship for the Toronto Wolfpack, but ended up parting ways with the club before he even played a game with them. It was a mutually agreed parting between both Dave and the Toronto Wolfpack after a pre-season training camp in Portugal. It was later found out that a few players missed curfew multiple times throughout the trip. Dave would be thrown a lifeline for the 2018 season, as it was announced he signed a 2-year deal to play with the Queensland Cup team, the Central Queensland Capras. This was described as a way for him to get his footy career back on track. Taylor said a few NRL sides had shown interest in signing him, but he wanted to be closer to home, so he signed with the Capras. The club also said they were prepared to release Dave from his contract if there was an opportunity for him to sign with a club from the NRL. In August 2018, he was involved in some controversy again. However, this time he had done nothing wrong. Television presenter Aaron Molan was torched by the NRL fans and the media for fat-shaming Taylor in the middle of a segment of the Sunday Footy Show. Molan would take to Twitter to apologise for his statements, saying, "I'm absolutely appalled by this. Unreservedly apologise on behalf of the show to Dave Taylor. The panel were expecting the Vision to show a gun try or a big hit as our gutsy play. There was no malice or intent to offend, but that doesn't matter. We are sorry. We played 20 games in the Queensland Cup this year, scoring 2 tries. And in 2019, he only played 2 games in round 1 and round 2 of the season, and would later announce his retirement from Rugby League. Dave Taylor played 207 first grade games across the NRL and the Super League. He was once a dominant forward, but couldn't maintain his high level playing ability."
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I post videos like this twice a week. And if you want to watch another one, click the video on screen.